lights are on in this plant in White Marsh and it's business as usual. This is a huge relief to workers who thought that they would have to sit out the work week. GM had planned a week-long furlough. We've got some major flooding. Take a look behind me at this car plowing through this area. We're on Frederick Avenue near Hilton. We have definitely seen a bunch of close calls. A SWAT team and a hostage negotiator were called in this case, and when hours of negotiation seemed to fail, an officer fired the shots to save a little girl. Webster says he was walking his dog. His dog was kind of sniffing around on the marshy side of this boardwalk when the fox came out from underneath and bit him. Wear your gloves and bundle up as much as you can. This is also a day to be especially careful for elderly, young, and sick. They do not need to be spending a lot of time outside today. We are live in Owings Mills. Jenny Glick, ABC 2 News.
ABC 2 News' Jenny Glick is live at the scene with the very latest. Jenny?
It was a harrowing ordeal this morning for a family of 6. Take a look over my shoulder. You can see firefighters are still working the scene. Where the firefighters are standing is where the fire actually broke out. That was the living room, and we're told fire was billowing out of that. In fact, the fire was so fierce that you see that silver minivan. The front of that silver minivan is completely melted. Luckily, when firefighters arrived, a family of 6 had gotten out of the house and found their way to safety. We're told 3 children were standing on the front lawn screaming as they saw their house burn.
People got out of the house because they had a working smoke detector. Had it not been for that, 3 o'clock in the morning, 6 people in there, pitch black, the smoke, I don't know.
And firefighters just a second ago were hosing off this area. They're checking the walls, making sure that there are no more live embers. The cause of this fire is under investigation. We understand, though, that 1 person was taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation, as firefighters have been telling us all morning. A lot of devastation to this home, a close call to the neighboring home, but still, all these people are very lucky to be alive. We are live in Rosedale. Jenny Glick, ABC 2 News. I'm standing just down the block from where all this happened. The investigation now in full throttle. 2 boys, aged 5 and 4, were found dead in their beds. A mother and her 2-year-old little girl found dead in a master bedroom. All those children believed to have been killed by their own father. Police swarmed what used to be a quiet home on a normally quiet block in Middletown. It was a call from a family member that brought police here this morning to discover 5 dead bodies. 34-year-old Christopher Allen Wood's family, his 3 children, and his wife Frances. Police say a shotgun and cutting instruments were found in the home. They also say they found evidence that this was a murder-suicide.
I mean, I've been sick to my stomach ever since I found this out this morning because it's sad. I mean, just to see that life and people working in their yard, fixing their house up, and then the next day they're gone.
Yeah, they were always out back. The kids were out back playing with Dad, and you know, so it just shows you domestic violence is everywhere.
The investigation continuing at this hour. We do expect another briefing from police later on tonight. We will keep you posted. In Middletown, Jenny Glick, ABC 2 News. We first introduced you to Calvin Golston when he was only 7 years old. He was born with one leg several inches shorter than the other. He whizzed around in a wheelchair and limped with an apparatus, but wanted more.
When I get my brace out, I'll be able to walk.
Fast forward 12 years, Calvin has undergone more than 20 limb lengthening operations. The operations have forced his own bone to grow. They've been painful and expensive, but they've worked.
So essentially what you look for is that the width of the bone is the same width as the normal bone.
Feels good. You all right? Yep.
With the cast off, Calvin takes his mother's hand and steps on his own 2 feet for the first time. And not long after, into his father's arms.
I wanted to be the one to be walking on my own leg, proud and happy.
This is a new day for him, and one that we will always remember because it's been a long, long haul for us.
Calvin could have taken an easier route. He could have had his leg amputated.
He would turn these mechanisms, and this would lengthen in different portions while he kept the leg straight.
Instead, he chose limb lengthening, and now he plans to put his baby cast and operations behind him. His parents, who despite health insurance were forced into bankruptcy over medical bills, say Kelvin's can-do attitude carried the family through.
We've always told him there's nothing out here that he can't do. He may do it a little differently, but he can accomplish anything he puts his mind to.
The determined child who grew into a determined young man now plans to walk on his own 2 feet into the future. He says anyone can follow in his footsteps.
Don't give up. Go through it, push on, and you'll enjoy the long run that you went through, like I'm doing right now.
Kelvin Goulston,
You did it, man.
a young man making his own dreams come true, teaching us life lessons. 4-year-old Nishay Cox sleeps soundly in her mother's arms, a survivor of a terrifying ordeal. It was early this morning a SWAT team and hostage negotiator were called to this townhouse in Seton Hill. Police say 48-year-old Samuel Cosby was holding Nishay hostage on the 3rd floor and had become violent when his daughter told him she was taking Nishay and moving out of state.
I don't think he wanted to hurt the baby, but he actually really wanted to hurt my daughter. That's how I felt.
As negotiations continued to fail and fears for the child's safety escalated, police say veteran police officer Garfield O'Toole shot Cosby. Cosby died on the scene.
They said they went in and he had the baby up to his chest and a machete in the other hand. And I guess they pleaded and begged with him to put the machete down. They said he was swinging it or whatever, so they had to do what was necessary.
Nishay was safely returned to her mother. Ashley Cosby says she couldn't have predicted this would have happened.
I love my father dearly, but you grown, you make them decisions, you have to deal with them consequences.
Turns out Cosby has a criminal record.
As far as the suspect, he was released from prison in 2005 for attempted murder. He attempted to burn his wife.
Now a family will work to comfort a little girl who family members say doesn't understand what happened to her grandfather. Some were struck out by toughies like
R-I-T-U-R-E, portraiture.
While this Cincinnati girl got lucky.
I-N-E-R-T-I-A, inertia.
By 1 o'clock, the list of spellers had dwindled from over 280 to 107. The competition went a little too fast for first-timer Tony Otten of Kentucky, who didn't make it past round 3.
Most of the easy ones, all the easy ones I got correct, but there were some very hard ones, and they made up the majority.
This was Kevin Lotharp of Harford County, Maryland's second time at the B, but apparently it was not meant to be.
I expected him to win this time. He was here last year, and I expected him to win. Very proud of him.
But amid some tears and heavy heads, lots of fun. After all, who can't laugh at the word sardoodledum? Sardoodledum.
That sounds about right. Sardoodledum.
Sardoodledum.